Hello everyone and welcome to the Iron Warrior Cosplay live stream with me, your host, Iron Warrior Cosplay. How are we doing now? The mic sounds a bit odd because I'm using my lav mic. Because I'm going to be walking around the workshop because it's in the workshop with Iron Warrior Cosplay. Let me know what the sound quality is like. I've been trying to mess around with it. I've added a filter onto it and stuff. Let me know how it works. We are just going to super quick change over to here. Look, it's Laserface. It's busy working. Laserface is flat out busy working. Let me zoom this out a little bit. There we go. I'll be able to. Here's good. Good. I'm glad. Hey, Gin Blitz, how you doing? Gin Blitz, love that. Howdy, gamer. So we have the Pengler with #1. Well done, well done. Jim Blitz with a hi. How you doing? Well, he will show us today a bit of everything. I'm doing a lot today. I've decided that instead of doing just one bit of content, I've got stuff I need to do. Might as well stream it. Why the fuck not? You know what I mean? So, how are we all doing? I hope the audio quality is good. I hope everyone likes it. What I could do, I could always just check my own stream and see what it's like. Turn my phone up. Hello. Turn my phone up. Hey. Hello. That's fine. I like that. It does peak occasionally, so I'm not sure why, even though I've got like filters and stuff on it. I have got my other mic here as well, so I'll be back and forward to see you guys and stuff. So we'll do me cam. There's the tripod you guys were looking at, so we'll do that. I'll see. Maybe I could do another one. I have an idea. I'm going to duplicate this one and call it main cam with small second cam. That makes sense to me, obviously. Mr. Titan,
reinforcements have arrived.
Thank you so much, my guy. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Seriously, it really means a lot, genuinely. It's been a little while. It's been a while since I've had a member join. So that's really cool. Main cam, second small. Not the best name ever, but it works. So I've done that. That's awesome. So I've done that. Main with... Oh, it's not really working. Hold on. There we go. Cool. Right, okay. So let's... Turbocam. That one. Title. Title is main. Small second. Large main. Awesome. There we go. That's that. There we go. Small second, large main. And all I'm going to do, I know it's during the stream, but you're going to love this. I'm just going to edit super quick. TNT guy, how you doing? I just focus on my game. You go, Pengler. Focus on your game. Let's make this one smaller. There we go. And then grab this handsome chap and put him behind there. And then just make me bigger. Because I've had to crop this one, so hold on. Let me uncrop it. Now you guys can see the full extent of the damage. We'll go like that. Look at that. That's fantastic. Look at that. There we go. So professional. So professional. Brilliant. Right, let's have a gander. Okay, that's that. Done. Close all of them. Right. Later, mate. Have a good one. Returns to warp. Have a good one. Wish I could be in all the stream, but I must go. No worries, Jim Blitz. It's not a problem at all. I'll be in and out doing stuff anyway. So cool. That's a new camera setup. I like this. So it's the other way around. I've got the small camera here. You guys can see what's happening with the laser. I will have to move the camera, obviously. But now, look. I'm over here, and you can still hear me. So also, it is still peaking. Good Lord, is it still peaking? It's insane how it's peaking. There we go. Right. Let me know what the audio is like. Let me know what the volume is like. If it's janky as hell, I'll have to try and fix it. But for now, But now I will just leave it as it is. Check this out, guys. So what I'm currently working on. So now I do this, and then this time I turn you guys around so you can see what is going on. See, this is why your boy needs more cameras. Still managed to join in on holiday. Won't be long. That's cool, TNT guy. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Love that you're here while on holiday. Love that. What these are. So my girlfriend's birthday's been recently. Happy birthday. It was yesterday. This is something I found on TikTok. Imagine these are books. What you do is you slot this between the books, and then it looks like a thing, and then you put a little sign here with like mystery or thriller or anything like that. I made her 4. She might tell me I'm wrong. Probably wrong. 4, I think. I think I did 4. I'm not 100%. But I made her some, and because she loves books, she's a big book nerd. Nerd. No, she's watching right now as well, which is really cute. I'm gonna try and find the chain, which is probably in the metals box. Maybe. I'll go find the chain in a sec, because I need to make 2 sets of chains for this. But the first thing I got is I got to design. Believe it or not, I got to design 2 more logos. Now, one of them's horror, and I have an idea for that. One of them's horror, and one of them is romantasy. Look at me remembering. Look at me not knowing which camera to look at because I have 2 cameras. Right, first things first, though. Let's do this. I've got to go and shut off the laser because it's still on. That's why I had the goggles. I've got the goggles. I'm over by the laser now. I am looking forward to hearing how this microphone sounds when it's on my... because it's on my apron. And I did have plans on hooking it up here onto my hat, because I saw someone recently, they were doing a vlog and he has a baseball cap and he just clips this to the middle of his baseball cap, and I'm like, that's such a good idea. Sharks with laser beams. Sharks with freaking laser beams in there. I'm a go. Norris TNT guy, thank you so much for being here, by the way. Genuinely, thank you so much. Really means a lot. Love seeing people here. Like I said, it's just, we're in the workshop. In the workshop with Iron Warrior Cosplay. We're just chilling. So, I need chains. But before I do, don't have light burn on this. Cool. Right. Well, that's just kind of put a spanner in the works now, isn't it? What I'm going to do then, how far will this reach? Let's jump. By the way, this is totally jank, by the way, because like I said, I didn't plan all of this. I was just like, this will be fun. This can't go wrong. This will be great. Yeah, this will be wonderful. So we're going to do that like this. Now let's see. This game is called How Long Is This Cable? Now, if this... Wow. Ooh, I actually have a little bit more room. Would you look at that? Oh, I know it's not great. There's a fucking cable in the way, and I can't see chat unless I turn around. But this is what I'm working on. So let's do that. Oh my god, that's so bad. It's so bright you can't see anything. Good lord. Right, maybe I can bring it forward without shutting it off. Please don't shut off. This thing is on death's door, by the way, for those of you wondering. Will that work? Hey, that kind of works. Ooh, that is pulling on that USB cable. There we go. That is the best your boy can do. Best a man can get. There you go. So that's that. My phone's going nuts. Right, there we go. Okay. That is a health and safety hazard, but I don't care. So, what we're going to do, we're going to shut that down. Oh my god, it is so janky. There we go. No, I don't want to do that. So, I have some ideas now. Again, not great like this, so I'll change to that one. I did post a video in your Discord. Thank you, Mr. Titan. I shall check it in a momento. What I'm planning on doing is one horror one, which is the Scream mask, and underneath the chin, the word horror. That's the first one I'm doing. For romantasy, which is romance and fantasy, I'm doing a heart, like it's the start of a heart on one side, and instead of a heart on the other side, it'll be a wing. So it'll look like a wing, and I think that'll be really cool. So I'm going to do that. My girlfriend is watching, so she knows what I'm making her. Hope you like that idea. God, I hope you like that idea. So I am going to find the Scream face mask PNG, I guess. I need to find like a drawing of it rather than an actual like thing of it, because like that is perfect. That right there, that is literally perfect. So what I do, I copy that and I pop it into Inkscape. Now I know which by the way, which camera do you prefer? Merlin Models, how you doing? Merlin, how you doing? Let me lift my monitor a little bit because I can't see. Now I can see. Merlin Models. Which camera angle do you want? Do you want the one that's closest to the laptop with me in the corner, or like this? Tell me. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. I'm having fun, by the way. Genuinely, I'm having such a blast doing this. This is the most jank. This is the most jank. But it's what I do. It's what I do. If it wasn't janky, it wouldn't be an IRA cosplay stream. Tell you what, though, for a laptop that's about 3 million years old, you know. Flash, like this one, because we can see your beautiful hand gestures. I'm a wizard. We can see you doing stuff. That's the best angle. Okay, cool. If you like this one, it's on my audio monitor. It peaks every now and again, and I'm worried it's peaking on stream. If the audio is fine, I don't mind if it peaks, because then if you guys can't actually hear it peaking, then I don't mind. But we'll see. So I put the screen face in here. We go to trace the bitmap. Trace the bitmap as so. Okay, that's done. Then we go stroke to path. It leaves you with a little outline. And that little outline is going to be perfect for what I need. So we're going to go save as. I'm going to go scream face desktop. I know I shouldn't keep saving to my desktop, but it is what it is. Then we start at one of my favorite pieces of software in the actual world, Lightburn. I like Lightburn. You can always change the scene to scene, capture scene if you want to explicitly share something. Exactly. I know. There, you can see me now. Exactly. You can always change it. Yeah, I didn't notice till already chief, so I think you're good. Fair. Oh, really awesome. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate that. I know it's not the best. It's cable, but it's what it is. So we're back at the laptop. We're gonna. You guys just want to see my ass. I just realized that my ass is here. You guys just want to see my very flat ass. So right here is the screen face mask. Let's full screen this. This is this. I can get this to work. Like I said, it's an old laptop. That is an image, so no, that is not what I want. I want the one I saved. My apologies. Screen face. There it is. Let's move that up to where all the book stuff is. I will pop this into here. And yes, I'm using a trackpad. The reason I'm using a trackpad, by the way, is because my mouse is on the PC. And I don't want to keep chopping and changing it. I need another mouse, too. See this? Do you see this here? This here? This is for a new camera. A better one than this one. Because this one is terrible. But I'm also needing to get a second mouse. I'll get a cheap mouse. But yeah, there's only 46 hours to go on my little streaming camera thing. But it is what it is. How you doing, Roman Father? How you doing? God damn, it is peaking. Man, I am peaking. Anyway, as long as you guys can hear me, I'm happy. But I'm worried it's peaking and people are going to be like, and it's going to be fucking unwatchable. So, with that being done, that's going to have... Oh, I need 2 chains on that. I'm going to put 2 chains on that. Right. Time to go to... My phone is going nuts on the table. Normally, I completely mute it, but I left the vibrate on, so it's just vibrating like crazy. I'm in the little box of stuff. Oh my god, please tell me the little... Yes! I've got a little baggie of chains. Me and my girlfriend tidied the workshop completely, so that means I now have no idea where anything is. It's fine. But I knew the metal goes in the metal box. It goes in the square hole. Let's have a look what's going on. Ah, it's my Discord. I love when my Discord's busy. I love it when my Discord's busy. It really makes me happy. You realize you guys can't see me. Anyway, doing well. Good. I'm glad. It's late. Yeah, fine. But you're doing well. I'm glad you're doing. Your boots are the stars of the show. They're very nice. These, I'll just move that in a little bit. These, you want to know what these are? These are legitimately my work boots. These are steel toe cap work boots. I wear them all the time in the workshop because it's just easier. Right. This is so jank. This is so jank. Right, where is my ruler? So, ruler. First things first. Measure across 2 points. 40, so let's say 35. Let's say 30 by 40. Let's say 30 by 40.
For your
Damn it.
support.
For you,
Flash!
towards your camera, my good man. I will
You
be in and
didn't
out to
have
play some games.
You didn't have to. I really appreciate it. Thank you, my guy. Really appreciate it. By the way, I know the goal didn't update. The goal runs off a different link. Exclamation mark. Tip. Maybe. Could someone try that out for me? Exclamation mark. TIP. Flash. Thank you so much for the 10. Thank you so much for £10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You are an absolute babe. I'm going to give you a massive thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Seriously, you're amazing. I really appreciate it. You have no idea. Really do. Can't wait to see you at MCM. More pictures, by the way. Those edits you did for me, I haven't posted them yet. Just wait. I've also forgotten the measurements because I'm forgetful like that. Thank you so much. I think it is. I don't know if Nightbot works or wants to work. Probably not. Hey, there you go. 35. I said by 40. So 35. Cool. So I'm back over at the table here. Width, I'm going to do 40. Ooh, that's 63. Let's do 40. Oh, can't. Okay, that's fine. Let's check then what 63 looks like. I think 63. 60. Oh, that's way too long. No, it has to be 40. Yeah. Okay, if I just... Again, I haven't got a mouse, so I can't scroll wheel in. If I do put this at around... Well, I'll say 40... We'll say 45. That means I need it at about 30. So let's have a gander. You know what? That's mint. That's actually mint. I like that. But thank you, Flash. Genuinely from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so fucking much. It really means a lot. Now, you're going to love this. You're going to love this, right? What I'm going to do now is it's called separate or split. What you need to do is you you find the thing you need to find. Oh, sorry, hold on. Let me click the thing. You need to make it a single item first. Then you go to arrange and break apart. Now, with it broken apart, you get parts. Parts are great because parts mean you can split everything up. I have just realized I shouldn't have split that yet because it's in 2 layers, isn't it? Yes, it is. I'm a genius. Like I said, I don't normally mess around with images. I normally make my own files, but for the simplicity of what this looks like, I might as well just do it like this. So you're probably wondering what I'm doing. It's just because there's two sets of patterns. Now I can break apart. And there you go. Right, so now I can start deleting parts. So let's delete that and that. Then we'll go from these to, let's say, actually, hold on. Let's keep the chin. I'll add this. I'll add this in first. So we'll do it like that. So we'll go horror underneath it. Just, oopsie daisy, as a sign. No, step forward. I am not used to using a trackpad with this. Right, okay, so let's go like that. Sorry again, by the way, if you guys can't see. But what I am going to try and do is make it so you can see. I'll come over and press the button. Boop. Hopefully you guys can see. So what I'm doing right now is just lining a little few things up. That's too high. So again, you just zoom in. I need to connect that line to that line. I'm going to put that line more at the same height as that one. Do the same with that one. Now, here's what's really cool. Right? See where this chin line is? I just delete the chin line. And then I grab this and attach it to this part. So now it becomes one piece. Now, this is the little headache. I don't know if there's any way of doing this any quicker, but this is how I have to do it. I have to sort of dot to dot the whole thing. It's not a huge issue on little parts. I have had to do this on bigger parts, but I'm happy either way. Happy either way. So the center parts I don't have to worry about because they are their own thing. They are their own, like, sources, if you will. Sauce. And then I just come down here. I'm just joining all of these up now. And this is why, you see, right? This is why when people tell me that using a laser is cheating, I still have to do work with a laser. And there's always work to actually make the files. Obviously, not all of them are like this, but yeah, there you go. So that's cool. I'm going to, super quick, just measure the oh my god, no, like that. Not using a trackpad ever again for Lightburn, but hey ho. So this is 42. Laser, you should smell it. Tom does stuff. How you doing? Look, everyone's going through it. The Rogue Hobbies music reminds me of old Enigma strategy games like Settlers. That is so true. Laser. By the way, the smell in the workshop of all the burnt paper or the burnt, like, heavy cardstock is so nice. It's like people say 3D printing is cheating. You make your own files. Exactly. Right. With 3D printing, you can either buy files, make your own files. There's a bunch of stuff you can do with a 3D printer. With a laser, I've never bought or used someone else's laser file. I've always used my own. I've always created my own. And it takes hours of work. You can't just go to, like, Thingiverse and buy a laser file for foam to make a prop. So there was a time where I was going to start making laser files, but I thought, fuck it, can't be asked. Because I build them in a weird way. I build them the way I build them, and people tend to not like the way I build them, because I spoke to a guy who does laser cutting, and he was like, wait, you do your files like that? If you do it like this, it's much easier. And I'm like, yeah, but that confuses me, and I don't understand that. So I build them. I'm really happy with them. And every file I've created is mine. As in, I've sat down for hours and done it. But then when people go, oh, that's cheating, I go, no, it's hours of work to create the file. But then once it is like created and done, it's ready to go. I have to bring it to here, set all the values of all the different parts. Like if I want to do etching or line work or full-on cutting. I have to watch out about the thicknesses of foam, whether it be like 2, 5, 10, 15, 20. And once all that work is done, I can click go. That's when it's fun. You made it complicated. You had me all the way up to simply, and then I all the way up to, and then I. Is that me? Is that me to you? You made it. You made it complicated. You had me. I love that. I love that. But no, he was like, no, this is how you do it. And I'm like, no, that's not how I do it. 40's good. I like 40. So now we go here and I type the word horror. Horror. We type horror. Bring it down, and then this is where a little scaling happens. So I put horror in here. Then I bring horror up to the scale I need, but as you can see, it looks a little bit janky on the old chin bit there. So I type the word horror like that, and now all I need to do is grab these nodes here, and then just move this in a little bit, making sure it's level, and then move these nodes in a bit so that the words look good. Because I don't want to make the words fit the box. It's always better to make... God, it's so hard using a trackpad. It's better to make the box fit the words. Believe me, you get a way better result. Now, this is where I need to find a font that looks good for horror. It did get to the point where when I was doing the other ones, I did just go with a nice font. Rather than one that's like specific for horror. I just went, this is a nice font. This will do. Because it's just like, it was really difficult. That's nice, but that won't burn very well. Actually, hold on. Let's go. I know which section that is. There we go. That one. I like that one. Now, what I do, I'll change that to a fill. So now, see, that's what that one looks like. So, I like that one. How cool does that look? Now, this is also what I have to do. Remember I told you the middle sources are different? Well, I don't want those to cut through. I want them to etch. So I'll make them their own layer. And make them so I can etch them. Cool, right? I think it looks sick as fuck. Oh my god. I am paraphrased Cat from Red Dwarf. Oh, you paraphrased Cat from Red Dwarf. I love that. I love Cat from Red Dwarf. It was at this point he knew he lost it. Cat is a legend. I've met Danny John Jules. I have a picture on my cosplay page of me and Danny John Jules together. He's a fucking legend. He's such a nice guy. Genuinely down to earth. Such a nice chap. Right, I'm happy with that one. That one is done. I'm happy with that one. That one I can move out of the way. And then next I have a heart. Not me, I have a heart. Me personally, I have a heart. I really do. God, this camera's terrible. I know. It's such a better camera. Heart. I should have a heart. No matches found. I do not have a heart. Okay, so to the internet. So this is where I just got into. I just can't be asked to make my own like little heart thing. I just find a line drawing of a heart. Heart line drawing. And you just find just a nice simple line of a heart. Just simple line drawing. Nothing crazy. Just vector files. There's a bunch of them online. These are all a bit too... There you go. That one's perfect. That one's perfect. Oh, you have to buy these ones? Oh, okay, never mind. Let's go find one you don't have to buy. Let's go. Heart line drawing. Free. That's vector stock, so you have to buy those. Oh my god, please tell me I'm not going to have to make my own heart again. It takes so long to make my own heart. Wow, just a normal one would be nice. These are all stupid fancy ones. Oh my god, it's gone wrong. 8 trackpads. Fucking 8 trackpads. I need a mouse. Oh my god. Red heart line drawing. PNG download. Awesome. No copyright. That's nice. I like it when they don't have copyrights. Yeah, free stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Free graphics for the children. For the children. Has a good fluid pump. What? Gothic style font. Love it. Yeah, Gothic style is really cool. It's good for like horror. Horror is good. Horror is that kind of thing. You want that kind of thing for horror. There we go. And then again, you go path. You trace the bit. Paste that again. Go path. Trace the bitmap. Nice. Then structure path. Okay. Okay. Go away. There we go. Then structure path. Oh, weird. That hasn't worked. Right, bear with me. Continue that saving. It'll either be because it's not black and white. Yeah, possibly. Let's try again. Just a heart outline. Let's do outline. Heart outline. Shutterstock. Can't get that. Can't get that. iStock. No. No. Hey! Nope. Oh, royalty free. Nice. There you go. Perfect. Copy. That should work. Maybe. Yeah, it's worked. Nice. Awesome. Just a little heart shape. That's all I need. I'm going to edit the hell out of it anyway. Nice. Yes. And then struct path. Nice. File, save as, hearts. And then pop them in here. Zoom. Come on, you. Oh my god. There we go. Right, the one I like is this one. Everything else can go. Let's just increase the size. There we go. Right, so now, using this node tool, I can get rid of all the nodes from one side. And then, let's get that one back. Then, I can now get some wings and do like wings on the side. Now, I have got a set of wings on here. I do have wings. Actually, oh my god, please tell me I'm not about to type in wings and I'm about to get one I've already made. That's not how you spell wings. Wings has the S at the end. Something's... Oh, that's quick access. Right. Skull with wings. Those are Warhammer wings. Oh my god, do I have a heart already on here? No way. That's annoying. So yeah, now I need to make like it's hard to explain. Basically, a wing, a half a wing, but I want to make it in a specific way. So this is where I sort of say make my own, but oh, hold on, I need to make this black. There we go. So this is where now I want to just keep it the sort of same size. And the way I want to do it, if I can, is keeping them like that. And then doing it like this. Now, by the way, you're wondering, why are they square? Well, you'll see. This is not pretty, by the way, and it's not intended to be, but wait for it. Just got to wait for it. I need to see how... No, I got too little there, so I need to make them bigger, I guess. If I just go... Yeah, I might have to split it up then if I do it like that. Okay, alright, hold on. Got an idea. I just do... Oh my god, I need this. Why is it on blue again? Right, if I just go like that, and then like that, and not quite finish it, I can then use this, pull that so it's rounded, but actually I might want it more sort of... No, not more pointed. Should I do it more pointed? I like it a bit more pointed. No, let's do it rounded. I like rounded. Right, okay, so I'm going to copy that, paste that, and then layer that one on top of that one. 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 It's just a rough layout. I've not made a set of wings in donkey's ears. So now, zoom out. I hate using a trackpad. Right, that's definitely not quite what I want. Right, hold on. If I go and find the wings from that skull I had, I know what I'll do. Let's open up another light burn. I'm going to use the wing template from my combat knife. Because, you know, I'm a Space Marine. Let's use a template from this. See, these are the kind of things I wanted. See, I like these. So let's go. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Reuse, recycle, it's amazing. Close that down. Do not save. Put these in here. Nice! Ah, love it already. Okay, I hate trackpads. Note to self, never, ever use a trackpad on a laptop for laser work ever again. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to lift it up a little bit so it points to there. I can bring this over a bit, just connect that a little bit to there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that bottom one, then reorganize them a little bit. So I'm going to just bring that down. I'm going to take that heart end up a little bit. That's better. So the way I plan for this to work, is these are going to sit basically exactly like they are, except closer together, obviously. I'll extend them then so that they all sit a little bit higher, like so. And then I need to, there we go. Now, with this, my plan, because of how simple I need them to be to go on to this, well, not simple then, but how I need them to fit, I need to actually just extend that without actually moving it too much. There we go. I need to turn these a little bit before I do anything. I need it to be a little bit more simple because of the fact that I do have to remember I've got that little piece of paper with the hooks on them, and the spikes will get in the way of those. So my plan now is just to reduce the size of these again, and then kick these back a touch, then down a touch. Now you see what happens there is I can now adjust them inwards a little bit more and then add these to them. I already love this. I'm going to delete that line. leave the heart portion, so it still looks like a heart, and then put black line. The black line then is going to go around. Oops, daisy, I've gone too low. This is going to come around then, like so. See, that's not far enough again. So see the way I'm trying to line these up. I don't know how much you can see, by the way, so I do apologize. But once I've laser cut this, you guys will be able to see. So this is for the Romantasy book section in her library. And then see that line joins there, and then that line joins there. But now I do need to clean this bit up a little bit because it's not quite clean enough for my liking. This needs to come down at more of a point. Then I can connect. Don't know if you guys can hear that massive car engine noise. But yeah, he be driving. So there we go. So that's that. How cool is that? Let me zoom in so you guys can see a bit better. Hopefully. Does that show up on stream? Hold on. Does that show up on stream? Let's hope that does. Sorry, by the way, I can see that no one's really talking. Sorry, my apologies. Yeah, it kind of shows up. That's not too shabby. Let me put myself back to the main screen. There we go. Cool. So that is what I'm currently working on. But when it comes to Romantasy, so I'm gonna go caps lock Romantasy. Gotta check my phone because my girlfriend has sent it to me as a thing. Oh wait, yeah, it's in my notes. It's in my notes. Oh wow, I'm getting a lot of notifications here. Right, book sounds. Romantasy. There we go. Cool, Romantasy. So Roman Tasy. Roman Tasy. So let's grab you, just make you bigger a sec. Romantasy. Now this is where I need to curl Romantasy around a little bit. And my plan is to try and get it to fit in the heart bit, you see? See what I'm doing? Such a clever bastard, aren't I? Right, Romantasy is not quite fitting in, so I'm going to have to make it a touch smaller, aren't I? Bugger. Okay, it's not going to fit as nicely as I would have liked. Actually, hold on. I could just extend it out a little bit. That should do. Yes, Romantasy. There you go. So Romantasy, I will probably do in blue as well. Actually, no, I'll just make its own layer. It can have its own layer. Romantasy like that. And then Romantasy. That's hearts. I did find one just now that said heart, didn't it? That was quick access. So if I go to here and just type in heart, let's double check. Double check this one. That'll do. I just realized I already had a heart one. Good God, never mind. It's fine. It's not quite the style I wanted anyway. So that has another layer. That's the layer I want. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to put a little heart like this within the heart. See? Cool, right? So a little heart there. See? So it's like a heart with a big, like, awesome fantasy wing. And then that then. That's so cool. I fucking love it. I hope she does. Right, so right now, this monstrosity is way too big. So, Roman father, you keep saying my name. Do I? Romantasy? Oh, Roman. You funny man. You funny man. We're going to go 40 by... Hopefully 40 by 40 again, maybe. So let's go... 40... Oh, that should be quite cool. Oh, actually... Double check. 50 is too big. So we just go just a touch smaller down to 40. That's 33. That's fine by 40. Let's move this down next to the Scream one. Just kind of see the size difference. We'll compare sizes. No, you know what? I can make that bigger. That's absolutely not a problem. I'm going to extend it and widen it a touch. Actually, hold on. Let's do that with the actual proper tool. There we go. That's more like it. Cool. I'm hoping this little pointed bit doesn't get in the way. But if it does, I can always lower it down. Awesome. So this is what I have right now. Okay. Roman. Just keep saying your name. What I'm going to do now... What I'm going to do now is take this piece of paper off the table. There. Now I'm going to grab my 5mm foam, which I already have on the laser, underneath my 10mm that I was working on the shoulders and the data slate the other day. Bit of foamed up on there. Right, let's try it like that. Okay. Now this bit is always the headachy bit. Setting up where the laser's going to be, right? So what I do, I will zoom out, get the laser centered on my screen as best as possible. Then I can use this tool to make the laser move manually without it doing any work. So I need it to be over, down a bit more. Right. I'm thinking the Scream one can go here. The horror one. So the horror one can go here. Let's just double check now. Let's double check where this is on the laser bed. Ah, that's a bit too close to that for me. So I'm going to move this up a touch. And now I need to figure out. So the height is 49. How did the height change? Let me just double check. 49's a bit too tall. But it's 34. Oh, okay. That's fine. Actually, 49 should be fine. Actually, otherwise it'll distort. Okay, so the plan here now is to double click this and find out how many cut layers I need. So we'll do that many cut layers, but we're not going to do that first. We're going to do the etching first. So the etching is done that way, and I'm also going to copy it for all the other etchings because I have an etching setting that I like. So lime green is that as well, and that is that as well. So that's cool. Now, what I need to do now is find out where the heart is going. So let's move the heart next to here, and then we'll zoom back in, and then this is where I can tell the laser go here. That's fine. Go here. That's fine. Awesome. Now I have just realized I've got red and red, so this red layer here is going to become its own layer of orange because you want them all to be separate. Now with this blue one, I need to go to flood fill, So I need to flood fill that one. I think I'm happy with how that goes. I think I'll do the same with this heart as well. Flood filling is basically where it'll focus on just that piece and it'll do it from the bottom all the way to the top, and that's it. And it's really awesome. Now, I believe this is all right. Like I said, it's always a bit iffy. Now, I do want to just state for the chat and for anyone in chat, okay? Anyone sensitive to light might not want to watch, but I am going to change it back to this one. So anyone sensitive to light, though, don't watch for the next bit. I'll say when it's done. So if anyone is light sensitive in chat, please let me know. I'm going to put on my goggles. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. And then that. Now then, it doesn't always go to plan, but it can fail. I never want to tell people that it's perfect every time. It's at a very low power, but a very slow speed also. Okay. That's busy working. Bloody cable. I will not be shocked. I will not be shocked if that ever catches on me or anything. But like I said, I'll sort it out. Right. There we go. That's more like it. We are going to crop this a little bit because it doesn't need to be that big. Right. Okay. Cool. Pew pew pew. Sorry, Roman. I keep saying your name. My apologies. Oh, that over there. Bollocks. I've also, by the way, random news. Random news. I have new wheels coming for this chair because the chair broke. Well, no, the wheels didn't break. They wore out years of being used. I used the computer chair when I was a kid, and it's been rolled around and used for ages. Righty ho, chaps. Now, by the way, if you're worried about like the foam, like smoke from the laser, it's on 5% power, so it creates no smoke. If it was on 55 to maybe 60 and it was cutting through 10 mil and doing a bunch of etching, stinks. Like you'll see smoke billow from behind me. I have this incredibly thin chain. It is my mortal enemy. Because I'm not saying, oh, look at me, I've got hands like shovels, but I have got these large, rather clumsy hands. And they can be a bit clumsy at times. And I've got to, I'm also using this camera, by the way, to keep an eye on what it's doing. It's quite cool. So I need my my scalpel. My scalpel. My scalpel? Oh, there it is. Where the fuck is it? Oh, there it is. So I use my scalpel to count how many. I just realized you guys can't see because the camera is looking at the laser. What would you rather look at, the laser or the table? Because I'm working on stuff here. That's just doing its job. Oh, do you know what? I've already made my mind up. I'm moving the camera. The camera's coming back. Back you come. It's like telling Grandad, that's it, you've had enough now. That's it, Grandad, you've had enough now. Come on. Back you come. Time to look at the table again. Come on, Grandad. Right. Undo. Lift. There we go. Then we'll change to this one. There you go. Right. So I hate this chain with a passion. So, 1, 2. Oh, this is why I hate this chain. My scalpel is magnetized. Very frustrating. Right, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. Right. Grab my snips. There they are. Right. Here we are. Here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Come on now, behave. 4. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's 10. Nice. So this says where now I pull this in and snip that one. There we go. That is a little link of 10. That is a link of 10. And I did one of them. One of them, I did a long link, curled it around the loop, brought it around to itself, and pinched them back together and made it a loop and then glued them on. I am doing it this way now. The 10 links are going to be for the Scream face, I believe. I'm hoping 10 is enough. I have enough chain if I do mess up, but you know, 1, 2. Fucking magnetized. God damn it. Trying to line it back up is always a bugger. There we go. I have to use something. Oh, hey, I got a piece of wood. Piece of wood. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 is there. 10 is there. Then I use this once again. There we go. So these little bits then could go to the bin. So there's 2 little links of 10. They're going to get glued. I'm going to glue them. Believe me, it's just easier. They hold fine. They're only holding tiny bits of 5mm foam. It's not an issue. Now these next ones, I am actually going to measure using my my little bench here. My cutting that even on my bench. We're going to just do this. Quick question for chat. Quick question for chat. How many of you use the stream to do hobbies? I would love to know. I'd love to know how many of you like, I'll put on IRL Cosplay stream and I'll paint some minis. Or I'll put on IRL Cosplay stream and make some dinner. That kind of thing. I'd love to know, do you guys do something? Or do you guys just sit down and watch? Or do you guys, like, for example, I know a lot of you play games while having me on. Which I actually love that. Because it's nice to be, like, your company, if you will. Like, I can just be like, hey, I'm just keeping you company. And it's super nice. And I genuinely do enjoy it. It's nice to sort of keep people company. And I know I don't have mods now. I used to have moderators. Harry and Nate. Zug. Used to have moderators and stuff. And it was fun. And I really did enjoy it, but I don't know, I just felt bad making them, not making them, but like asking them then to sort of give up their time. I did try at one point to make enough that I could try and pay them. That did not go. I could not, even though the majority, the vast majority of them were like, nah. And again, I didn't mind whether they did or didn't want to get paid. I didn't mind. It's entirely up to them. If then down the road they're like, hey, do you mind if you slip me a couple of quid because I need, to go food shopping or something? I'd be like, dude, absolutely. Seriously, don't worry. Right. Okay, so that super glue is finished then, is it? No way. I thought I had some left. Well, bugger. Oh well. Gonna crack open a new one. So, this is where I need to figure out which way it goes. So it's going in that way. It's facing this way. So I need to glue this side. That was the one thing that's been on my mind this entire stream. And it's been like what's making me the most scared is like, make sure you orientate them the right way. Because the bookshelves we have for Steph's library go 90 degree. So they go... One goes against the wall in front of you, and then one goes like sideways. And the ones I made all face when you put them, if the bookshelf is in front of you and you slide them in, they face that way. And that's great and all, but the ones that will need to go on the bookshelf that's like 90 degrees, the one that's here that's facing this way, or like next to you if you're putting a book on the shelf, I need to face them this way, so I need to glue them this way rather than the other way. I like that I've made this one longer. This one being longer is much, much better, because I have a feeling the heart one is going to be a bit of a pain. I'm feeling that the heart one is going to be just a touch of a headache. Right. That's that one glued. Now, yes, indeed, I am gluing the chain to the cardstock. It's very strong, very decent cardstock. But all I have to do is make sure that the chain is straight and that the correct link is being glued rather than just guessing. But luckily for me, I've done it right. There we go. And then that one as well. Oh, bollocks. Guess what I've done? Oh, tits McGee. I have glued them to the table. Fingers crossed. I can cut them off. Yes, without destroying them. If I destroy one, I destroy it. I will have to most likely recut it, but hey. Wow, how much is glued to the... Okay. Turns out the glue has gone far. Oh, I totally did not do this the first time I did these. Oh my god, I've just gouged the shit out of my cutting mat. Okay, do you know what? That's not bad. That one will need a little bit of glue, but this time... Oh yeah, okay, so the glue's come off as well. Okay, cool. Right, that one I can glue back together. Thank Christ. I was so not wanting to have to recut these. Right, note to self. Glue that back together first. There we go. Right, note to self. Find something to booster this off the cutting mat and not be able to glue to. And then find out which one of these you glued. It's that one. Love listening to the laser in the background. You guys can't probably hear it, but it's going like crazy. It's not really going that quickly, but it's slowly working. So when you want to magnetize, you will. But when I don't want you to magnetize... Right, there we go. Right. Now then. I'll let that dry now. What the hell are you doing? Oh, okay. I'm just giving it a very gentle amount of wind so that it doesn't... Are you kidding me? Yep, for some reason it glued to the lollipop stick 3/4 of a mile away. So this one is completely destroyed. It is what it is. Now I gotta cut another one out. Son of a bitch. It's fine. At least the chain survived. Chains are good. Chains are good. Okay. Right. Not a problem. I will utilize this one. And this time I'm not sure how to not glue them. I didn't have this problem before with the the lollipop stick because it just didn't happen. So what I'm going to do is keep that far away from it. That will work. So yeah, there you go. This is why I like in the workshop with Iron Warrior Cosplay, by the way, because I'm just showing you my process, my failures. I've been big into showing people like how things do occasionally go wrong. and it's because of Adam Savage. Adam Savage, you know, he shows his shortcomings. He shows how not everything always goes right, how he has to recut stuff and do stuff, and I like that, and that makes me very happy. Right, note to self. Right, that is now not on the table, right? It's not glued to the table, and it's not glued to the lollipop stick. So I'm really happy with that. Next one, I need to do exactly the same with. So this one is for the heart now, and I'm going to redo the one for the scream face, for the horror one. Typical that the horror one is the one that's going to have to get recut, but it is what it is. There we go. They're gluing now. They're not touching the table or anything. Really happy about that. It's all good. Right, also, let me just... Because every time I come down, I put the camera back on its stand, I have to modify where I am every time, because obviously the camera stand does move a bit. I did have a weight bag on it. I actually need to put that back on. I just haven't done it. How's audio and everything? Need to check the battery level, actually. Oh, wow, battery level's a bit low. Okay, cool. So, I've always wanted to try this. So what I'm about to do will blow your mind. What I'm about to do is connect this one. I'm going to disconnect this one, right? I'm going to turn this one off and then this one back on and then do it like that. So check this out. So let's see. Turn that. And we're back. See? How cool is that? My goodness, it's the famous Iron Warrior live and in person. Duca does. Duca does what Duca does. Duca does. Duca does. I'm trying to remember the name. Duca does? I like the name. Why do I know that name? Oh, you have a doggo! Oh! Oh my god, your dog's so cute. Oh my god. Does your dog think he's a lap dog? Because I think that's so cool. It's a giant dog. I do dog videos. That's so cool. I might have seen your dog videos. Do you have TikTok? Do you have TikTok? Duca does. Because if you have TikTok, then I've seen your dog on TikTok. Genuinely wondering. Now, that's done. There you go. Right, that's very cool. That's awesome. Of course, one's slightly longer than the other. Oh, he absolutely thinks it's that dog. I love that. Right, let's get that into there. Cut that one. Nice. Right. There we go. I was one link too long because of the glue. The glue catastrophe has just thrown me off a little bit. But there you go. It's good now. So, back again. I'm going to have to do these. But yeah. Let me know if you have TikTok, Duca does. Because I think I might have seen your dog on TikTok. Not 100%. But how are you doing anyway? Hope you're doing well. But mostly YouTube. Love that. Well, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. This is a segment I've not really done in ages. It's called In the Workshop with Iron Warrior Cosplay. And basically, it's just me working on things in general, just not specifically cosplay. For example, right now, what I'm working on here is these are little... you put these, for example, between books, and just that sticks out. And then you get these two little chains hang off it, and you can put, like, horror, and you can put it in your horror section. And I'm doing these for my girlfriend for her birthday. She's already had a few off me, but I asked her if she needed any more. And she needs horror and romantasy. I don't know why I keep forgetting romantasy. It's not that difficult. But, yeah, romantasy is the one I'm working on right now. But I was just asking the chat. I haven't actually had an answer. I was asking the chat, what do you guys do when you watch me? Do you just sit and watch me? Do you sit and, like, play video games, or do you sit and just chill out, or are you painting minis, building props? Building props. We are going to go like this, so you guys can still see the table. I'm just going to check on, safety first, I'm going to check on the laser super quick. How are we looking? I hope it's going well over here. Oh, it's going really well. Oh, man, I'm so happy with this. Oh, man, that's so cool. They are bigger than the other ones I've done, but I don't mind. Nice. So what I'm going to have to do after this, grab another sheet and do these. Just after this, by the way, bookshelf organizers are awesome. I saw one that you put an edit in small antique book. Oh, yeah. That was a book nook. I made a book nook for my girlfriend. I made a book nook, and there's like a photo frame and a bookcase with little books and stuff on it. Man, that was so much fun. Where did you see that? Did I post that on my cosplay page? What else I'm also working on in a bit, I say in a bit, after I've done these and painted them, is I'm going to be weathering these. These are my Deathcore shoulders for my Krieg cosplay, for my medic version of my Krieg cosplay. So I'm going to be working on those. Very excited. Like I said, tonight's stream's going to go on a little bit later. It's almost 9 now. I'm aiming for maybe 10. So we'll see how that goes. Basically, I've got 7 concurrent viewers, for 7 continuous viewers. I really appreciate that, because normally it's quite quiet. More quieter than that. I think I had 4 last time. I can't quite remember. But yeah, it's just, I'm trying to gain more viewership, more stuff like that on YouTube. I'll tell you why I want to gain more viewership and stuff on YouTube. I don't want to have to go back to Twitch, because it was getting to the point where I was getting more views on Twitch. Because I actually went back and checked my Twitch and went through all the analytics, and I was getting way more viewership on Twitch. So it was making me like, I don't want to go back to Twitch. Really don't. Oof. I browsed through prints a lot, so I saw one out there. Oh, nice. Nice. I love that. Well, thank you so much for being here. I'm currently just waiting for the laser. It's about to finish. It's actually, no, it isn't. It's got a little bit more to go. I can hear it about to finish on the section that it's on. There we go. It's now moving to the next section, which I believe is the word horror underneath the Scream logo, which means I can't cut another one of these out currently. I have to wait. So I would set up my painting stuff and whatever, but again, by the time I've set it up, that'll be done. So we could just chat for a little bit, or I could sort some bits out. That's charging. Oh, actually, hold on. That might need to be moved. Come on. Move you to there. There we go. So I have this cool little, it's not a branded one. It's a ZGCINE, Zginci. I don't know. And what is it's a little box that you actually, hold on, I can show you. Let's change to this one. It's this. It's called a Zginci. I don't know. And what it is holds my lav mics. It holds my lav mics and charges them. So when I unplug it from this, I can press this button and it'll use the power bank that's inside to charge my. It'll charge the transmitter, which sits here, and then it'll charge both number 1 and number 2. What's really cool right now is I can check this and see how much battery I've got. I've got loads of battery. I've got loads of battery in this one. This is number 2. I had to put little stickers on them because I kept forgetting which one was which. There we go. Normally, I leave streams on a while I do things. Today, I'm taking care of the pup. He found a scorpion under some boards a couple of days ago. Not deadly, but the muzzle was very swollen. Oh, no! I hope he's okay. I really do. We've just got kittens. Me and my girlfriend have just got kittens. Me and my girlfriend have just got kittens. Let me just do this because I keep accidentally showing. Oh, please don't. My girlfriend's just messaged me, and I think I may have spelt romantasy wrong. Romnata. Let me have a look. Oh my god. Of course, it's already. Yep, I've put CY instead of SY. Ah. The gloriousness of dyslexia. Bollocks. Okay, copy that. Right. Okay, never mind. Let's stop that process. Turn that off. Move this. Oh my god, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Ugh. So I have dyslexia, and I am Welsh first language. I speak Welsh first. Over the years I've been in primary school and secondary school, I've had to learn English, and it is not a fun language. So ROM, I've got it here on my phone. ROM. So it's ROM. ANTASY. There we go. So yeah, I messed that up. That now sadly means I've got to restart that particular process. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get the laser to do the word horror first. So it's going to do the word horror underneath the mask. It'll do that. Once it's done that, it's time to go back and do that. Well, I'll tell you what, that's kind of put a bit of a downer on my night, because I do hate it when my dyslexia kicks in and I can't spell things or remember how things are spelt. But you know what? It is what it is. I have no one but myself to blame. Right, that's busy doing that. Realised I didn't take my goggles over. Idiot. That's a good sheet of paper. I'm going to leave that. That's also a good piece. I'm going to keep those. I'm going to keep those in the actual same book sheet that I've got. But yeah, that's why you'll see, like, for example, I'll sometimes misspell things in my posts or not use the correct grammar. That's why sometimes I do go to my girlfriend and I'm just like, hey, you are good brain. You know words. Here, can go through this. It's like, do the thing. But you know, it is what it is. So that's doing that right now. Once that's done the word horror, I'll be able to sort everything out. Through a link to my video, how Stug was doing shortly after being stuck with in Messenger under my real name. Let me have a look. Where's my phone? There it is. Let me have a gander. In Messenger. Which Messenger? Which particular Messenger? I have 50 million messages. Throw it into a backdrop for your shop as a joke. This is how it should be spelled. I know, right? What Messenger did you put it in? Duca does. And your real name. Obviously, don't say your real name if you don't want to, but I do need to know what messenger you sent it on. Is it on Facebook? Is it on... Oh, wait, hold on. It might be on my Cosplay Facebook page? Facebook Messenger. Is that on my Cosplay Facebook Messenger? Not my personal one, obviously. No way! Really? That's you? That's so cool. I love that. I love that. Such a good papa. Oh, such a good papa. Right, okay. Wait, oh my god, come on. How do you spell it? D-U-K-E-R. D-U-K-E-R. Does, yeah, Duca does. There you are. Subscribed. I'm subscribed on my personal account. Fuck it. I love it. Love him. Love the video. That's so sweet. Genuinely. Whoop, you can see my phone. Whoops. I'm gonna show you guys our kittens. This is Panzer, my boy, and this is Cersei, my girlfriend's little kitten. They're our little pair, but this is my boy, and this is our girl. These are the cutest little things, aren't they just? Look at them. I love them so much. My boy Panzer loves to sleep on me when I'm sleeping, so I might as well just show you. There you go. That's me with my big old belly sleeping on the sofa, and then Panzer sleeping next to me because he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Laser is complete on the word horror. Let me go and check. And then I have to recut. Such a pain, but I have to recut. Ah, it's beautiful. Now I have to recut that one. So let's... Because I can't spell. There we go. Cool. That's that being done. Then it'll be time to do this again. Again. Dang it. It happens. It happens. It happens. They look good and healthy. They are. They are very good. They are very healthy. The vet is very happy with them. We're very good cat parents. We love them. We spoil them. We don't spoil them like with food. We're not gonna fatten them up. But we spoil them. We bought them a big cat tree, loads of toys. We're so happy. They have more litter trays than we have actual toilets in the house. Gonna go toss a ball for the pup. I'll leave you going to... Hey, have a good one. I'll leave you going on the big screen. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. The views help. The views help. I really appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. Let's have a look. I'm just going to edit something super quick. Sorry about that. Nice. Done. Just changing the description of the video a little bit, just to add some bits into it. Right, so right now, like I said, just waiting for that to finish. Once that's done, I'm going to bring them over here, paint them, then mount them. The ghost face one, I'm going to edit a little bit because I want to edit the little cowl thing around him. So I need to make sure I can do like a black line and then the white on the face and stuff. The eyes can just stay there. White is going to be difficult. White's always difficult, but I feel like I'm just probably stipple it. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do in a bit. And then that's obviously leading over to the fact that I've got my paints out. And when I got my paints out, I'm going to weather the shoulders and see how they look. With that being said, I'm going to pick up my brushes because I've got loads of brushes out. Yeah, I got lots of brushes out. My God. Ugh, I've lost my cover. I've lost the cover for my brush. Pop these brushes back. Pop them back into the case. Even though I'm going to get the case out in a bit. I've got water to change, so bear with me. I'm just going to change this water. You guys can come with me because obviously I have a lav mic on, which is nice. I do like having a lav mic. I'm over by the sink now. Fresh water, which is nice. Good news, everyone. Actually, hold on. I could just... Do I have the audio for it? No, I don't have the audio for it on this right now. But good news, everyone. I have... Actually, hold on. What am I saying? Of course I have. Yeah.
Good news, everyone.
The head for my tractor is now ready. Monday, I'm calling them to arrange a collection on Tuesday. I can't collect it Monday, but I'm phoning them Monday to be like, hey, I want to collect it on Tuesday, so I can then start putting it back together because it's so frustrating. I need to get my tractor back together, and it's just if I cut to a wide, this is my tractor. This is my little tractor, and I like restored her from death essentially. And as you can see through the grill, there's a big gap, which is mean it doesn't have a radiator or anything. The head is gone. I've got to fix it. I've got to sort it out. It's getting there. Once I get the head back, give me weekend, 2-3 days. I'll get it done, and then it'll be fine. So I'm just waiting for stuff to happen on the laser. Bit of a headache, but it is what it is. Right now, then we can just chat. Hey, Gin Blitz, you're back. Welcome, welcome. Roman Father, welcome back. Tractor, I know. I do love my tractor. My tractor's my favorite thing. It's cosplay and stuff. As big as cosplay is, you know, with all the equipment, the PC, the bandsaw, the laser, yada yada, all this stuff, the table, all the props and everything like the space marine, all that. I love that, and that is like a really fun hobby for me. Like Warhammer with my Krieg and stuff. I got my Krieg actually. Still got my Krieg down here. Got my Krieg and everything like that. It's a fun hobby. I really enjoy it. But that vintage tractor restoration, vintage machinery and stuff like that, that's my passion. That's what I love. I love that. I love cosplay and stuff too. I really do. And that's why I'm trying my best to sort of not make a business out of it, but like obviously I'm selling patterns and stuff. I'm doing that kind of stuff. Speaking of patterns in a bit, we're doing that kind of stuff, whatever. But in the end, a lot of the money that comes from stream goes back into stream. For example, the legend that is Flash, for example, donated 10, and he said, here you go, this is towards your camera. There's only 45 hours to go. And, you know, that's for stream. All the money that I make from YouTube, you know, from Google Ads and stuff like that, all that kind of jazz that happens on YouTube, all the donations and super chats and things like that, all goes back into stream. It all goes into tech, cables if I need them. Like I needed a new connector the other day. I take that from my Google Ads. I just take the money from there and there and there. What I make from my job, my everyday job, it goes towards that. It goes towards life, like rent and food and shit, but it also goes towards that. You do love cosplay so much. It's wild considering you love Tractor. It genuinely, I love my Space Marine, my Iron Warrior, my Krieg, my props. I fucking love them. I have such a drive to do cosplay and stuff like that, and I do love it, and I enjoy it so much. And you know, I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it, and I wouldn't be streaming and doing all this and buying big ass light and stuff and sorting out the workshop and tidying everything up and making tutorials and making patterns and stuff. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do that. I would just make a cosplay, wear it to a con, and that's it, and not have a Facebook page and not have a cosplay page. Maybe have like an Instagram and be like, here's some pictures. But what I do on weekends, for example, or like tractor runs and stuff, when I start this tractor up, when I sit on that seat on this vehicle, on this tractor that I fully restored myself, the smile on my face and the happiness that it brings me just trundling along on the road on my tractor with the sun shining and just having the best time. I don't have to go anywhere. I just take it on the road and drive it. In fact, while we wait for the laser, why not? I will show you guys. Whether it's any interest to anyone has all. Bear with me. I've just realized my microphone isn't on that scene, so bear with me. It's because I've changed my mic. So if you give me 2 seconds, I'll get the microphone sorted. Okay, there you go. There you go. So we're on this scene now. Ooh, wait. Oh, hold on. That's weird. There we go. Right. So where is the background on this scene? That should be locked. Window. Lock that. There we go. Right. So I will. Now, this does mean I'm going on to my personal Facebook, but don't worry, I will. I'll make sure it runs properly first. So what I'm going to do, go back to here. So bear with me. Oh man, even Facebook's taking a while to load it. Jesus wept. Right, okay. Oh my god, wait, why is it doing it like this? That's so weird. It's doing it, it's doing it from the thing I posted recently to the very first thing I've ever posted, which is so weird. So I'm having to scroll. Obviously, I've center clicked the mouse and I'm letting it do it itself, but weird. Anyway, right, studio mode, screenshot. There we go. I need. Display capture. Bring that in. Like that. Fingers crossed that works. We'll see. Cool. There you go. So this right here, this photo you're seeing here, is what she looked like the day I went to see her. I'm waiting for my GP5 gas mask conversion. I want my Krieg gas mask. Hope you're using my pattern. It'd be awesome if you are. Someday I'll finish my gas mask. Do it, Roman. Do it. I was thinking, when will you put on your store Etsy a Krieg helmet, or do you have one? Do you have it on mind? It is on mind. You are bang on, Jin. I'm currently working with another cosplayer, prop maker friend of mine, who is currently helping me make molds and stuff, but that's not going to be until a while. So take it out of your mind. But eventually, I'm hoping to do like painted and unpainted stuff and whatever and this, that, and the other. But like I said, it's another thing happening. This is the day I got her. Not the day I got her. The day I went to see her. Then we put it back together. So there's the tractor. Not looking good. Not looking very healthy. I spent 900 of my British pounds on her. This is what she looked like. Came with a set of mud guards. And yeah, if you have a look, the steering wheel's bent. It's all rusted, corroded. She's in okay condition. She needs a lot of work. Is that all the way at the end? They're out of order, which is weird. They're weirdly out of order. Bear with me. For some weird reason, Facebook has decided we're going to put all the pictures completely out of order. And I don't know why. Because that's not the first image I posted. That's the first image I posted. Weird. Okay. So this is the 15th of June. 15th of June, 2017. I got her fully running. She was running really beautifully. And I took her to the field where we just finished doing bales and stuff. Took her to the field and took a picture of her in the sunshine. And yeah, she was all right. She didn't run very well. So it's time to start essentially putting her back together and getting her working. Fixing stuff. That's a link box I bought for her. My toolbox of all the tools my grandfather gave me. I'm not going to show you videos and stuff. But I'm going to show you all the different parts and stuff that I got. So I took the wheels off. This is me cleaning the bonnet down. So I got the bonnet, or in American, the hood. So cleaning it all down, getting it all clean. This is me cleaning it. Me giving it a wire brush. Took ages. Took a long time. New rims! I had to get new rims. The old ones were completely done. So I got BKT 8-ply tires with tubes. I wanted tubes because tubes. I know, right? So that's what she looked like with her new new feet on, if you will. It's always been yours, dude. Thank you so much. Seriously, that really means a lot. Genuinely, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps, and it all goes back towards the stream. I'm gonna have to make sure I don't accidentally scroll too far because I was here. I got the new tires put on the front ones because these are the old ones. If you have a look, they're way too chunky. So I got these ones. These are thin. I used to wear Converse, don't even. So I started putting her back together, fixing her. This is in the workshop. That's the day she wouldn't start. I had to clean the points and get new cables for her. Fresh fuel, broken distributor cap. Very not happy with that, but it was discharging. This is the workshop before we filled up with stuff. That's what she looked like. This is a friend of mine coming over to give me a hand. Finally got her running again. That's her with the bonnet on. Bonnet is painted. What do you think? Painted the bonnet and everything. New, fuel bowl, clean that out. New grill. I had to get a new grill. Sorting out the fuel tank, putting new corks and stuff in. More tools from my toolbox. Took the fuel tank off. Took the fuel bowl apart and stuff. It looks like a new bonnet. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. I wire brushed it all and got it sprayed. So fuel tank's all done. New parts. These are new. Painted the fuel tank. Fuel tank's all painted. There's the before and after. Love that. Painted the mud guards. They were red. Painted the wheels. Painted the rims. Got it all sorted. Painted the top of the engine. Polished the fuel caps. Loads of stuff. Like, so much stuff. I am going to go forward for you guys so you don't have to, sit there and, worry about me going through every single photo. But this is what I can show you. Where is that photo? I edited a photo of before and after, and it was insane. Anyway, I can show you this. So fast forward a lot. This is the day I got her sprayed. I took her to a friend of mine down the road, literally down the road. I could throw a stone and hit his house. He sprayed her for me. I put the wheels back on, rolled her back to here, got her towed back on a rolling chassis. She didn't run. Then, am I going backwards? No, I'm good. Started putting on the frame. It's like a roll bar. Started putting the newly painted radiator back on, the battery box back on, new wiring, completely redid the wiring. The roll bar is on, oil temperature gauge is new, breather was new, there are the gauges in the back. Started getting everything put back together, new parts going on, new rubber for the bonnet, working out the wiring for the distributor, figuring out everything. It's not a 6-volt battery, it's 12-volt, but you still wire it the same way. My tractor is wired negative earth, so a bit confusing, very confusing. Managed to take the old wiring out, taped everything and figured it all out. See, light switch for the control D for the dynamo, ignition switch, yada, yada, yada. Mounted everything on, brand new wires, brand new cables all the way through. Dented the top of the toolbox by accident. That was my fault. Why aren't you moving anymore? There we go. Put a piece of foam in there, started putting it back together, new ignition light, sprayed the breather black because I like the look of that. New pipes, new tubes, new hose connectors, all that jazz, chains, put the heat shield back on because she's Petrol TVO, taking her outside, firing her up, putting her back together, and that's her done. Let me get a good photo for you. There you go. That's her done. A bit of a stupid question, but will you be restoring it back to its original red, or shall it be ironed in, maybe some black house stripes on it? Paul Defenders. So, interesting you should ask that, right? This is a Ferguson TE20, right? They were all grey. They were just grey. You had the Ford Ferguson in America, which was cream and red with some grey. But this tractor was just grey, right? That's all she was, just grey. Now, I believe, I keep going, bear with me. I do have a video, I think, of her running. Yes. Hopefully you can hear that. Sweet as a nut. Ran like a Swiss watch. Beautiful tractor. But with that being said, you were saying where you restored to red. I didn't do a boo-boo. I didn't do a boo-boo, but I did. I bought another one. This tractor is a newer generation of that one. So this tractor here is the first one made. Not the first one, but this was the first iteration of a T20. Then, years on, a company called Massey Harris bought into Ferguson to create Massey Ferguson. Together, Massey Harris, Harry Ferguson, Ferguson and Massey Ferguson. They created a series of tractors. This one is also a petrol TVO tractor, and it's called a Massey 35, because it had 35 horsepower. This one's a T20, because it had 20 horsepower. This is a 4-cylinder petrol engine. Essentially the same engine, but a bit chunkier, a bit beefier. You can see this one stands a bit taller, bigger tyres. Mine are the original tyres and everything. I did a bit of work to her. There they are together outside the house. It's outside the workshop. This isn't the workshop, this is the house. The workshop is all the way down the bottom. I'm used to seeing it as red. That's fair. That's understandable, because a lot of people, when they think of tractor, they do think red and they do think Massey Ferguson or blue. But as you can see there, that's what she is. I've sold her. Now, I sold the red one. Because the whole reason of buying the red one was to do it up a little bit and then sell it. Because the guy selling it, even though I told him how much it's worth, was selling it for cheap. So I bought it for cheap, fixed up a little bit, sold it for what it's worth. That money is going towards my van. So I'm like I said, the money I make from my job, my day-to-day, is going towards saving for a van, paying for rent, food, all that kind of jazz, and goes towards parts for this one, especially as the fact that I've now got to get the head skimmed and everything, which is done. I need to go and get it, but it's going to cost an arm and a leg. I'm not excited. So the last picture of her running with my 3-furrow plow on her, by the way, this is one of my favorite pictures of her. This is an original 3-furrow from factory Ferguson plow, which I'm over the moon with. I fucking love that plow. It's a really nice plow. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, because during this time I was driving her and using her, she was coughing a bit. What happened in the end was I went on a tractor run and she was coughing really badly. Really, really badly. Sadly, it led to this. These aren't photos of me building her. These are photos of me putting her back, like taking her apart. Took the fuel tank off. Took the head off. Took the rocket cover off. As you can see, it's a bit watery and shitty. Lamp on. Rockers off. Took the head off. There's the inside. Bit watery, bit shitty. Not great. There's the gasket. There's all the stuff on the workshop table. Not happy. What happened, and I can show you some pictures. There's a crack here where one of the head bolts go. As you can see, not good. That's a big gaping hole where the water jacket is. Let me just get past these. That's me selling a plow. Where is the pictures? I don't think I have the pictures. No, I don't. Balls. I thought I had the pictures. I have pictures, not on my Facebook, unfortunately, of the inside of where the valves are. And what happens is, for those of you who don't know, a valve is a thing that opens and closes, and these are what open and close them. And they're on springs. Actually, I can show you. These here, these are valves, valve springs and valves. These are these long bits that stick out in the top here. These little things that stick out here. And they open and close, and they have to sit in something called a valve seat. And it seals when it goes bang, and then it opens and lets the gas out and everything. The ones I had are 71, 72 years old, and they burnt out. They're gone. They just disintegrated. They've turned to powder and gone out the exhaust. I don't know where they've gone. They're gone. So it is what it is. She's old. So sadly, yes, I've had to take the head off and send it off. But the head's off. It's coming back. It's coming back very soon. Like I just said, it's coming back, and I'm very, very excited. The laser's just finished, so I'm very happy about that. By the way, just wanted to say cheers for that, for letting me just rant about my tractor. It's not often I get to do that on stream. I know I do talk about the tractor, but it's not often I get to just tell you like the full history of her, which is kind of nice. So that just made me very happy. So thank you so much for that, chat. You guys being here and listening, I really like it. I've lost a lot of viewers because of it, but hey ho. I'm going to replay this because it didn't play on the other one, so I'm going to replay this.
The Legion thanks you for your support.
For you, towards your camera, my good man. I will be
It's
in
not
and out
come
to
through.
play some games.
Oh, I do apologize, Duke. It does. For some reason, it's not letting me. It's not showing me even your donation in my recent events on Streamlabs, and I accidentally clicked the wrong one. So I do apologize. Ah, that's a shame. But I really appreciate it. The 199, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I don't know why I didn't do it. I'll have to check. I'm hoping there's no cap on it. I didn't put a cap on it, but we'll see. Always a pleasure to hear enthusiasts go on about the passion. Exactly, and that's why I try to explain to people is I love cosplay. Cosplay is so much fun for me, and I love doing this and talking to you guys and making new friends and going to events and taking pictures and doing TikToks and all that stuff. But this is my passion. My passion is getting my hands dirty, working on machinery. That's why I love it, and it makes me very, very happy. A multi-fuel M35A2D deuce and a half. I would huff pretty bad when I got it, and its build-up had seated around the valves, keeping them from saying, "Oh no, it's some soot." Really? Yeah, M35 A2D. Is that a Massey 35? Is that a petrol TVO? Because multi-fuel, technically, that's what she is. We call it petrol TVO, and petrol is petroleum, like petrol gas in America. Petrol. She starts on that and then runs on TVO, and TVO stands for tractor vaporizing oil. TVO. But you can't get TVO anymore. They don't make it. It's an old dinosaur fuel. It's an old fuel from many years ago, back when these things came out. Because during the war, petrol was expensive, so they made TVO, which was cheaper to run, but it did shit up your engine a little bit. I make my own. I have a license to make my own through the Friends of Ferguson heritage page. But yeah, it's cool. Right, let's have a look at this. Romantasy. Very nice. Cool. Now, the next one, the very important and very, very cool one, is I shut everything off and turn on the black one and tell it to start cutting. But before I do, I want to modify, if I can, this a little bit. Again, using a frickin' trackpad, but it's fine. No. Yes. No, that doesn't work. Okay, not a problem. So, right, let's just get these going. Get these laser cut. Nice. So that's laser cutting now. Once that's done, I'll do the paper. I'll cut out another one of these. The motor had a cool old man manual made in Vietnam that told you how to mix all the fuels and use it. That's so cool. The fuel mixture I did, I've mixed my own. I've made my own version of it, essentially, which is quite cool. And I've got a license to burn it as well. So if I get stopped, they won't. But like hypothetically, if I get stopped on my tractor and they pull me over and they go, "What fuel are you burning?" I'll go, "I'm burning TVO." And I'll show them my licenses and stuff so that, you know, I don't get naughty. Have you got a license for that? Got a license for that? But yeah, it is what it is. But, you know. That's through YouTube. Is that a super chat? So I'm just trying to figure out how, like, I don't understand how... Why your super chat didn't come through. Weird. Very strange. I don't know why it didn't come up on stream. I'm really gutted. I'm hoping it'll come up next time. Fingers crossed. If not, I will check YouTube and tell YouTube to be like, no, show every donation because every penny matters. That's my tipping page. That doesn't work. Let's have a gander. Maybe I can figure out how to do it. Right, here we go. Right, that's all done. That's all done. Right, was it a super chat, maybe? Yes, it is. Yeah, a super chat. So why didn't it come through? Super chat stickers, yeah. I've told it to do everything. I've told it to literally, like, announce everything. But it didn't. I'm very annoyed about that. So I do apologize. White LDT 4651D6 cylinder multi-fuel turbocharged diesel. Holy moly. I'm going to have to check what the devil you're on about. Oh, god damn. Oh, god damn. That is awesome. That's the kind of engine you can just throw anything into. Perfume, Caro, anything that burns, essentially. It's madness. Why didn't that... I still don't know why that didn't come up. And I do apologize that it didn't come up. Tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to go back to here and check. Yeah, my alerts are on and everything. Weird. Very weird. But either way, means a lot. So, Armor Cosplay, rebuild, repair our tank. Will we get one? Maybe. I'll have to have a look. See if I can. Probably not, but I'll figure it out. Right now, though, I'm really happy. These. Let's have a look at the lav mic battery. These lav mic batteries last ages. I'm really happy. The first one, by the way, I hadn't fully charged. This one had way more time to charge while I was using the other one. So hopefully they'll catch up now. But I do apologize for the weight, by the way. This is laser cutting. This is the majority of it. It's not glamorous. I have to wait around a lot for the laser to cut and do this and do that and whatever. I'm going to utilize this piece of 10mm foam. But when I try and glue these, because fingers crossed, I need to make sure they are facing the right way. So that's a good start. Come on, out you come. Right, so I need to make sure then that it faces away from me when I put it on here to glue. Awesome. Let's put another piece of 10mm under that, so they're all the same level. Nice. If you use alcohol, kerosene, or gasoline, it was advised to add motor oil to get the engine. Exactly. Add a little bit of two-stroke, possibly two-stroke, maybe, or just engine oil, depending on what you had to hand. Engine oil can be a bit thick, though. Thick. But you only need to add a little bit. It's the same with this tractor. This tractor runs a 4-to-1 ratio of petrol and kerosene, which is heating oil in the UK. We use it to heat our homes. And it's what I use mainly to fuel her when she's on the road. Because what happened was if you, with the engine as standard, if you ran just petrol, with the way the head is, it gets too hot. It can burn the valves. It can like char them and it can make them lose compression. With my new hardened steel valves and the new valves themselves, mate, I'm going to be able to run just petrol if I need to. I'm probably going to not. I'm going to try my best to make it so that doesn't become a thing, but we'll see how it goes. I am so happy. Oh my god. Right, laser off. I'm going to watch this stream back, by the way, to see how loud this fucking thing is, and if I peak, and how, if I just moved it up to my hat or something, it would be better. My fuck, jeez, that is not caught up, has it? Right, so let me change around to here. Let me show you these, right? Let me actually move this over a little bit. I'm going to bring you guys in closelier. Come closelier. A little bit closelier. What is wrong with this leg? Hold on. That's what's wrong with that leg. None of them are the right height. So if I do that, and then do that, I can then drop these ones like I always do. Nice. Right. The first one is this one. Horror. How cool is that? I did this on my laser. Designed it. And did it on my laser. Obviously, I didn't design... Whoopsie daisy. Sorry, guys. I didn't design the actual, like, screen face, but I did utilize it and then put horror on it. And this one, fully designed myself. Very, very, very excited to show this. I hope you love this, Steph. I really do. Check this out. Romantasy. It's a heart. Then it goes into these cool wings. Right? This cool wing coming out the side. These cool spiky wings. They're very spiky. They're very spiky. I love them. And then a little heart in the middle. That's so cool. I love that. I really do. So, this one, for example, just to show you, this one, because it's a romantasy one. Let me bring you guys closer. Closelier. That's from South Park, by the way. That's why I keep saying it. It's like, come close, look closelier. It's the, I think it's the bunny episode, the one with the bunny episode in it. So that's how I'm going to do that one, see? So that's why I did the chain so far and the same length, is because behind this one, this is just going to end up behind the heart, but this one is going to end up behind the wing like that. And it's just going to be like that. And I'm very, very, very excited for that. Beautiful print. I like that print. Funny. I like it. I would let that be my guild crest. You are welcome to. I will give you the file if you like. I'll just take romantasy and the heart off it. But I'm really happy with it. It looks so cute. I love it. I really do. Can't wait to paint that. So, let's get you guys back up. Back up. So we're going to have a look at this. This is where things... Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, wait, that's 10 mil. Ah, I'll need 5 mil. I don't have any 5, just randomly laying around. Never mind. We'll do it like this. We'll place this... Actually, hold on. Yeah, that's pretty straight. That's where the heart comes down to a point. Cool. So this is where I lay this on top of here. And then I'm going to grab my magnetic pliers and place these on top here. And then I move this down a little bit then. Because I want the chain. I do want the chain to hang a little bit. I do want the chain to sort of have a bit of... God dang it. There we go, but that's not level because it keeps moving. So hold on, let's come on now. There you go. Right. That's straight. That's not straight. That's now straight. Okay. So I need to glue that one on. And what I'm going to do is wait. I'm going to wait for that to cure. Wait for it. I was going to paint them first, but I've decided I'm going to paint them after. Not a problem. It's super easy to paint them after. Because the chain is behind them, so I don't have to worry about it, and it's all good. So, and then I've got green one to do after, which is horror. I'm really excited to take these home and show her in person. It's cool and everything seeing them on stream, but seeing them in person is just so much better. Do you know I was showing someone? Ah, hey, no way. That is amazing. Wow, that's made my night. That's made my night. Steph logged into her YouTube account, and I love that. Thank you so much, baby. I really appreciate it. That means a lot. Thank you. So, oh, I have to watch out. I'm blowing the card. Just got to wait for that to dry, because I've prematurely moved them before, thinking it's super good, it'll be fine. But for some reason, it takes so much longer to dry when it's just out in the open like this with a chain on it, and I don't know why. It just does. It's weird. Right, there we go. Okay, so chain goes there. Heart is straight there. Now I need to grab this. This one is going to be difficult. Yes, it is. So what I'm going to have to do... Yeah. How am I going to do this now then? I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do. Do I have around a bit of scrap 5mm? I probably don't. I do! No way. I have around a bit of scrap 5mm. This is why I like keeping scraps. This is why I love keeping scraps, because they work. They just do. I'm going to keep that there, because I need it. So, what I'm going to do, move the heart out of the way, grab this, put this where I need it. I need to cut it smaller. My fingers go to grab the chain, and it just doesn't work because my fingers are just monstrously large. Right. Hopefully... Oh, you tit. Hopefully, that's where it'll be. That's straight, I hope. Hope is something I rely on a lot. Right, let's just... Some dabs of super glue. There, right through the chain. That little piece of 5mm there, this teeny tiny bit of 5mm, is just to help the chain. That's all it is. Right. While that dries, if you give me a sec, we'll change to this camera so you guys can keep an eye on it drying. Just keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it for me. Just make sure it's drying. Yeah? You're going to watch glue drying. This is glue drying the stream. I'm now going to have to go get another piece of paper to laser cut yet another, because god damn it, these I am actually going to save these little logos I've done. I'm going to call them book logos, I guess. Right. Close down, close down, close down. No, don't save that. Right, okay. And then go over here and go book sign for Steph gift. There we go. And laser on. So, my settings previous, the settings I've had for cutting out the foam and stuff, have now changed because for some reason, and I don't know why, I need to talk to Lightburn and be like, why? When you change the black... Sorry, I'm just sorting my trousers out. When you change a black like cut power and speed, or a red cut power and speed, or a green cut power and speed. It changes it everywhere, which is a headache. It doesn't just change it on that file and that file alone. And I don't know why. And it's very frustrating. No! There we go. It's very frustrating. Because when you try and then go to cut something else on a different file, it's fucked. And you're like, oh, God, I didn't want that. I wanted it to cut like this. Because I have files saved where I've got everything set beautifully. All the lasers, all the laser settings are done, all the speeds are done, and it works beautifully. And then lo and behold, I try and go back and cut it again, and it fails. Something I have got planned for a build stream. Sorry, my own goal is getting in the way. What I have got planned for a stream is I'm building another chainsword. Hopefully do that on stream. I've got a tutorial coming out with my new pattern. I'll talk about that in a moment while the laser does its thing. Actually, do you know what? We could talk about that now while that glue dries. Talk about that while the glue dries. This is my data slate. Now, you guys have seen this before. I've talked about this before, and as always, I've got to do it. It has an LED. It flashes. Love that. But what I did recently was, thanks to Caden Cosplay. Caden's a legend, by the way. Is I added details to the back of it. I added half an Aquila, which I thought was really cool. That was from his. That's directly from his. This little vent, which was my little plan, but the little caution triangle was from his. But I added this. This is like a camera lens. It's a cartoon. It's very cartoony. I know it's very cartoony. I tried my absolute best to make it look cool, but I even tried to gloss, like do some gloss for it, but it just didn't work. But it's kind of like, take a picture, click, like, you know, that kind of thing, and it's just got data slate stuff on it. I'm not going to go, like, insanely into detail, but what I am going to say, this is a sheet of A4, and this is, let me do it properly before I do, like, a little reveal. And this is my data slate. Wow, you suck at this. You really suck at this. Good God. There you go. So if you have a look there, this sheet of A4 and this data slate, they fit together very well, don't they? Cool, right? The pattern is one sheet of A4. The pattern's one sheet of A4. This whole thing, I have engineered to be one pattern. Like one piece of paper. There's no two ways about it. Now, it doesn't come with these. It doesn't come with these because that's just a circle. And this is just a little grill thing. I'll happily just take photos of that and send it to people and go, here you go. But the main bulk, so the body, the faceplate, the cool details, the little nuts and bolts, the cutout here, this panel, and this circle, everything is on one sheet of paper. And the tutorial for it, I've already written everything down and gotten, like, not a script, but like an order ready. And this is going to be such an easy pattern. So excited. It's so easy, in fact, that I might not build another one, if you know what I mean. I might not be like, laser cut it out and go, right, and then you cut this out, here are the parts, and then build it for you. Because it's going to be so easy, I might just have this, the paper, cut the paper out and just explain how it gets built and then have this as the completed product. That's how I'm going to do it. Because it's so easy. I'm so excited for it. Not only that, it's going to be super cheap. It's going to be so cheap. It's going to be the cheapest pattern. Actually, that's a lie. The cheapest pattern is the Krieg Grenadier skull faceplate, which is like 80p. Or however much it is. But this will be very cheap. This is going to be very cheap. And I'm really excited to see what people think. I'm really excited to see what people think about the template, the tutorial, how it goes together. I'm really excited to see what people think. But this is my little data slate. There's a little blinking LED. It says smile. Click smile for the Imperium. Oh, I'll just do like a tablet and be like click. I'm gonna be like an old lady, like click. But yeah. It would be cool to find out. Find a notepad and try to fit inside the screen area so you could use it for taking notes at a con. Duca, why would you do that? Duca, why would you do that? So, my plan now, thanks to Duca, is I am going to laser cut another one of these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue a fucking notepad. That's such a cool idea. Duca, that's such a cool idea. I love that. Holy crap. Here's what's really cool, by the way. See my little notebooks that I use? If it was just a little bit bigger, you could even take this middle bit out, like just tear the book off it and then slap it in the middle of this. It'd be so funny. But you could get little notepads that would fit inside here, no problem. Ah, you bastard! What have you done? That's brilliant. I love that idea. That's brilliant. I will figure that out. See how it goes. But the tutorial is going to be hilarious. Hey, it's done. Nice. Moment of truth. I'm just going to have a look at this myself before I just... Ah, it's slightly lopsided. It is. Yeah, it's slightly lopsided. It needs to go like that a bit more. It needs to go like that a bit more, does it? Okay, hold on. Hold on. I have an idea. Cool. Not the first time I've had to do that. What I'm going to do... What did I think of this? Sorry, guys. Change it over. I'm going to get a pin. So what I've done... I'm going to test it out like this. No. Okay, so I need to go... up more. Oops, daisy. Ah, you fucker. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Need to go down a little bit further again. Hey, yo! Done it. Right. Glue. Glue there. Glue right there. I'm gonna do this and take the pin out. That's not the first time that's happened. Before anyone thinks that was an original cock-up, that was not. That was a new one. That was an old one even, sorry. I'm sorry, maybe use magnets in the screen to put a metal string of glue down the back of the notepad, metal sheeting. Or you could just take a few small drill to the back, put magnets in and further. Could do. I was thinking about just buying, you know, those notepads you can flip over. Flipping it all the way over, gluing the back of it onto the foam, flip it down, and then when it's done, you can literally just, because it's paper, you just tear it off, and then you can just pull it off and put a new one on. You could, yeah, we'll see. But I love the idea. But wait until you see the tutorial. Sorry, back to the tutorial. Okay, fine. Don't look at the laser. That's fine. I'm really looking forward to doing that. I'm so excited. So excited. Now, it's 9:48. I did say it was going to be 10 o'clock, and I did say I was going to paint the shoulders. This is how long things take. Now, this is just one so far. This is kind of really funny, too. This is giving my girlfriend such a view into how long it took me to make the ones that she has currently. And the some of the pain I've had to go through to do it is the anger I had doing some of these, you could bottle it. Let that dry a bit more. Your work is awesome. No, you're not. You absolutely are not interrupting my process at all. You just gave me a really cool idea, and I'm absolutely going to run with it. I'm going to stick a notepad on it, and it'd be really funny just to have a notepad on the data slate, because people can be like, but it's a mini computer. I'm like, yeah, but I got paper, and I'm going to make a little pen holder. Why? Why? I love it. I'm so happy. Seriously, it's great. Almost done. Almost done. Almost done. Where's my goggles? My goggles are over there. So excited, so excited. Let's have a look. Yes, yes, it's almost done. It's doing it's doing this section currently, this large section. It's already done all the sexy filigree. But yeah, seriously though, Duca, thank you so much. Genuinely appreciate it. Because it's a great idea, and I think it's hilarious, and it'll be brilliant, because it'll be funny as fuck. People are like, oh cool, the date slate. And I'm like, yeah, it's a notepad. So happy to show you this. Right, I'm going to lift the camera up a little bit. So it's straight. There you go. So it's straight now. There you go. See? It's straight now. It was like fucking lopsided to shit. But now it's straight. Obviously, I can't lean it up because it's on chains, but there you go. How cool is that? So I'm really happy with that. Really happy with that. I'm going to go like this, actually. There you go. That's better. To show you it like that. Obviously, it's on chains, so the torque and the weight of it, the torque is enough to just make it go like a little bit forward, see? Because a little backwards even because of the torque of the chains. But it's fine. It's straight. That's the thing I want the most. The thing I want the most is all them acres of land, because I've got a brand new combine harvester, and I'll give you the key. So while that does that, I am just going to get... red and blue. Yeah. Where's my little sponge? There's my little sponge. Where is it? Did I throw it away? I did throw it away. Never mind. I've got a million more. Really funny thing I really want to show you. Well, funny to me anyway. Do you see these? These, if I do this to them, my phone's vibrating. Bugger. Okay. My friend Marcus isn't back until next Thursday, so I can't get a lift into work. I might have to ask somebody else for a lift. Shit. My car has to go for an MOT. I don't think Americans have MOTs. Right. So these are popcorn lids. So you get a popcorn at a cinema. Put the lid on it. The tractor's broken. It has no head on it. It's literally not drivable. It's fine. These are popcorn lids, right? They go on top of your popcorn. So popcorn for spilling. We never used them. I used to work at a cinema. We never used them. So, when I was in the cinema, my manager gave me a whole box of them. This is all of them. There's loads. And what I use these for is mixing two-part epoxy. I'll use them for mixing two-part epoxy.
Has joined our
Anthony
Legion.
Phillips, how you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Seriously, thanks for being a member of the Iron Legion. Cannon fodder, if you will. I use it to mix two-part epoxy or paints or anything like that. Now, I've got an idea. I've got an idea, chat, and I don't know if it's going to work. So, what I'm going to do, I put a little bit of red there, right? Then next to it, just a little bit of blue. Right. Now, my plan is to get a little bit of the red. Right, get a little bit of the red and do red all over this side, right? Now, this is going to need a few layers, but it's going to look awesome. to make sure that the word romantasy can be seen. I know. Sorry you guys can't see very well, by the way. I do apologize. It's not the best camera angle, I know. See, maybe I can get you guys... No, I'm going to just keep doing it like this. Sorry, guys. It's just so I can get this painted. Romantasy. Now, as I get to the middle, I'm now going to flip this over, grab a little bit of the blue, grab a bunch of it off, grab a little bit more actually, and then start doing blue on the other side and blend. Blend. It's very hard to get these little lines that I've laser etched in with a sponge, but I'm managing it. Right, I'm going to go back to the red side of the sponge, and I'm just going to redo a little bit of that, redo a little bit of that. So what happens here then, chat, is you get rid of that. You get a really cool little fade from like red to blue. So it's like a red to fantasy to blue. So I'm gonna, do you know what? I'll do this because it looks better in this camera. Oh my god, the lighting! It's not very good. Lighting is terrible. I do apologize, chat. But see how it goes red, purple, and blue. Romantasy. So it goes romance to fantasy. I think that looks sick as fuck. I might even just grab my thingy just to get a few of these bits that I've missed. I just use my finger. Yeah, that's so cool. It's working. Get a better solid color on those now, so it doesn't look like, it doesn't just look like ass. It looks really nice. Ha! That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Maybe it'll work on this one. Maybe this one will work better. There's better lighting here, I guess. What do you think? It goes from red to like a purple and into blue, and it looks like lightning. It looks like beautiful wings, beautiful blue wings. So happy with that. So happy with that. Right, now I am going to get my tiniest brush and one of my favorite colors in the world, the Mars Black. And what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to just drop a little bit here. A bit more than that. There we go. I'm going to grab this and paint inside the heart. Just to tidy it up a little bit. I'm almost done with this one. And I'll be doing the green one next. Because I believe I've just had the laser finish. Don't know. Is it still going? Oh my god. Ah! It's still going. It's still going. I thought I heard it finish. Sometimes when it traverses, you can hear it, and then I keep thinking it's finished. Good. I genuinely thought the glue would let go on the chain. It shouldn't do. It's super glue. This is going so well, he says. Painting incredibly more and more delicate pieces. Nice. Cool. Merlin, are you still here? Because I want to ask you how the chainsaw is going. For those of you who don't know, Merlin wanted a chainsaw and I had one left. And when I said I was going to sell it, Merlin was the first to grab it. So if anyone wanted that chainsaw, you can blame Merlin. No, seriously, Merlin was the first one to grab it, and he's got it now. Excited to see what he does with it. That is properly pretty. I genuinely love that. Ah, I cannot tell you how much I love that one. That might be one of my newest favorite ones, because the one I liked before was the one I did. It was a dragon, and it says fantasy on it, just fantasy. So it was a dragon. I thought that was really cool. Right, popcorn bucket, please wash. Nice, clean. Clean. I will. Do I keep that? No, that's just. The laser's done. The laser's done. The laser's done. Might use the sponge again. Might use that corner of the sponge this time and do some white. Right. Okay. Oh, there's some water on my bandsaw. Okay, let's grab this off the laser bed. Ooh. Yeah! I thought it hadn't cut properly. And it actually has. Oh my god, it's cut beautifully. It's cut stunning. Okay. Oh. Thank you for being here, by the way, and enjoying the insane ramblings of Iron Warrior Cosplay as he walks around his workshop, essentially talking to himself. Well, I'm not. And it's kind of what I do when I'm around and about. Now, this is quite interesting for you, okay? That's what the laser cutter does. If you look at the back, you see this? See these white bits here? You know what they are? As the laser burns, the foam layer underneath gives off, like I said, a little bit of, I don't know what you want to call it. Like it's like smoke, but it kind of turns to powder. So what I did with this was I put it over a gap where there was a circle that's out, and it's just steel underneath. So it's a 10mm gap, and I put this there to let all the pieces fall through. And the bits that were on the foam have stained it a little bit, but it's fine. So this one needs to face the same way. So it needs to face that away. And yeah, I'm right in saying. Yeah. Am I right? Oh no, I've forgotten. Wait. That way. That way. That way. Right. Chains. So that way needs to face. So chains need to be glued here. Oh no, a bit of water. Thank God it's paper. Right. Yeah, this one shouldn't need. I'm going to double and triple check before I glue this one, because this one I've been umming and ahhing about. I need to make sure the chains are long enough, but also that they can come to a point. They need to come to a point like that, you see. They need to come to like a direct point to go right behind the head. Yep, they're A-okay. Right, let's grab that wooden stick. Straighten these up. It's actually evaporating foam. You seem to be using over everybody shows a bit. Oh yeah, no, genuinely, the workshop is well ventilated, and the well, not the big, but it is a big workshop door. The door on the other side of the workshop is open. I would show you, but there's literally no way of showing you from over here. You can see the workshop door behind me, but not the one at the other side of the workshop where the metal side of the workshop is. It's where the heavy metal is. But I appreciate the concern. I really do. It means a lot when people like worry about me. Like, thank you for worrying about my health. I too worry about my health. Best point now would be just me to be like, I too worry about my health. Start coughing my fucking guts up. Right, come on. Tell you what, though, the smell of burnt paper. I don't love the act of burning paper, but I love the smell of burning paper. This is incredibly annoying. There's the chains get all twisted a little bit. I am heading home in a bit to obviously to see my girlfriend, to gift her these, and then play Yu-Gi-Oh! Right. I'm gonna play some Yu-Gi-Oh! And be a nerd. Man alive, this is... The chain, like I told my girlfriend, that the chain part of this entire build is what drove me to absolute insanity. Borderline insane asylum. I'm gonna need a shrink after this, because all I'm gonna be dreaming about is tiny chains. My God. It's done it again. There. It's not the best, but it will. There we go. Right, that needs to move over now. This is the only headache, is lining these up to get them to sit flat so I can glue them. Perfecto. Perfecto. Ah, I just messed up. I was about to glue those. They'll glue themselves to the table. Because I'm a fucking idiot. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pull it. I know I just spent all that time doing that. I know. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it to myself. I'm going to do it again. I would rather have to go through all this again. Oh, this is going to suck. Oh my God. I'm so... Do you know what? I say this, right? Because I know Steph's watching. Oh, swear to God. I am grabbing food on the way home. Because I haven't eaten since like 1:15 today. And it's now 10. I said, oh, I'll be done at 10. Gotta pack everything up. This is gonna suck. This is gonna suck. How am I gonna glue these without having to hold it there? If I hold this up with a bit... Actually, that's clever! I'm so clever. Right, I'm gonna... There we go. So it's floating, but it's... Oh my God. Oh my God. Also, I just realized I haven't put it at an angle. I need to put it at an angle. The fact that my scalpel's magnetized is kind of like a blessing in disguise. Son of a bitch. This is welcome to Frustration, the stream. Welcome to absolute. This is why I genuinely can't tell you how much I hate these tiny chains. I couldn't be a jeweler, because if I was a jeweler, anyone who comes in with a tiny chain is like, hey, can you repair my tiny chain? I'd punch them in the face. No, I wouldn't. I would tell them, sorry, I cannot do your tiny chain. I do not do tiny chains. They cause me to go insane. I'm about to go insane already. Right, cool. I'm gonna have to put that under the hole a little bit. I'm gonna have to. Otherwise, things are gonna go to hell. Okay. Pull them back slowly. Holy crap! Right, now I gotta just move. No! Don't do that. There we go. Right. I had to do that because otherwise, if I glue this, it will glue to the foam. It's not me shaking, by the way. It's me having to press this incredibly hard little bottle. And I don't want to just... because otherwise it'll go everywhere. Right, not to preach, but we've already got enough microplastics in there. True. Breathe deep. The gifts of Nurgle. Don't even. I thought, what if you heated the chain bit with a lighter so it sunk into the foam sheet a bit and then glue it on top? Could do. But maybe. I'll glue it. Maybe, though. I like that idea. I do have several hundred lighters. I could burn it and give it a go. But for this one, I'm just going to glue these. But for next time, I might. I actually might. Although, I tell you what, knowing my luck, I'll just end up burning myself with tiny bits of chain. I feel like that's all that's going to happen if I do that. It'd be best to experiment elsewhere. Obviously, yeah. It would be best to get it around a piece of scrap foam or something and then burn it and put it on and see how it works. But yeah. Done. Done. Right, okay. So this is what is really fun about, like, doing this while my girlfriend is watching. Is not only can she see how frustrating it is, and she knows me well enough now that she knows that inside my brain I'm actually exploding, but she knows that I do it because I love her. I love her a lot. I do this for her. Now, my plan, by the way, before anyone panics, I was going to do the Krieg shoulders, but that ain't happening because it's 10 o'clock already. And I've just been working on these things. Insanity! Insanity. But it's fine. I will be done with this soon, and then I'll show you guys the finished ones, and then we'll be done. Then I'll be able to head back to the house, see the kiddies, see my girlfriend. I've got to pack all this up. It's the most frustrating part. It is the most frustrating part. I wish this was a heated workshop. Essentially, I wish this was like a second, like, house, but then you couldn't have the big workshop doors to get vehicles in and out because you can't, like, fully seal them. But then instead you get doors that seal like a door rather than a roller door. Because at the top of the, might as well show you guys, at the top of this door, when the door is rolled all the way down, when the door's like unraveled, there's a gap now. So all the outside air can come in to the workshop. It's just there. If you climb up to a ladder, you hold onto that roller and you look down, you just see outside because there's a gap. And we're trying to find a way to get it sealed. But as the door rolls, it catches on, like, which a piece of rubber or something, a piece of foam or something there. It'll just bend the piece of foam out or bend the piece of rubber out, and it just doesn't work. Unless you get like a nice long one, and then it will sit on top of the roller, and as the roller rolls, it will just go up, and then it will seal it. But I don't know how much heat that will keep in. Again this year, probably, because life is what it is. It'll get too cold in the winter for me to be in the workshop for long periods of time without my hands just going, because it gets way too cold in here in winter. It's Baltic. Not only does it get Baltic, is my screens suffer. The PC is okay for a bit, but like tools are cold. The foam is like not damp, but the workshop does get damp. That's why things rust. It's just, difficult. And yeah, so again this year in October, November, December, I will be basically taking a break from streaming, which sucks because I have felt that I've not streamed much this year. I think I've streamed more than I did last year. I think I will do a Christmas stream. There will be a Christmas stream. I love doing Christmas streams. It's really fun just to show people, like, just a big, Merry Christmas and everything, Happy Holidays and all that. Could you store a plastic sheet you pin in place until you need to open the door and then unpin it? Possibly, but those doors are quite tall, and just having to pin it and unpin it and just trying to get a ladder to go up just to open the door is just I don't know. But what we were thinking of, like, sheet of rubber or sheet of foam or something that can just sit over the rollers. So when the rollers go down, it goes down. When the rollers come up, it will just go up like that. We're trying to figure that out, but we'll see. Right now, though, just waiting for glue to dry. Glue's dried. That was fast. Last one now. This is the last one. And I can tell possibly this one's going to be easier because of the shape of it. The shape of the other one was a bit difficult. Oh, don't be like this. There we go. Oh my god. So the chain can't hold its own weight essentially, so I'm gonna have to use little blocks of foam again. Little blocks of foam again. Right, okay. Let's pick you up. Put the little block of foam underneath. Pick you up. Put the little block of foam underneath. Bring you up. Line that up a little bit. Glue time! Big dollop of glue there. Big dollop of glue there. A little bit of glue there. There we go. Right. That's the last one gluing. Sounds good. Yeah, we have plastic curtains outside. Our overhead door, our work, it helps out, but not 100%. It helps out. That's what we want, mainly. What helps out is what we really want. We'll see how it is. I'll figure it out. Just a point, isn't it? Just figuring it out. That's how it goes in the end. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Once this one's done, I'm going to grab the white acrylic, give it a little stipple, just to give it some cool ghost-faced vibes. I'll paint the black into the eyes, and then that'll be that. So I can shut the laptop down. So the workshop laptop, Alt F4, don't update, just shut down. That's that. I'm going to put my ruler back. I've been making a big habit of tidying up after myself in the workshop now, because what I used to do was be like, that's fine, it's mine, it's in the workshop, I'll leave it there. So I'm starting to put stuff back now, because otherwise it's just not great. Cubic partition around the desk area. Oh, I'll tell you what, we spoke about that. So essentially you got to think of it, right, as a rectangle, and you've got small, medium, large sections. So it's a rectangle. You've got the small set of the workshop, which is that side. This is the medium. So as you see, this is the medium side. And as you can see, there's the large. So you see the door goes all the way to the ceiling. This one doesn't quite go to the ceiling. The other one is much, much shorter. So you have small, medium, and large. I have the medium bay. The medium bay is mine. What I wanted to do, I'm still wanting to do it, is partition it. I wanted, from basically the other side of this table, I wanted to put plywood inserts, like a retaining, not a retaining wall, what's it called? I'm forgetting it. Just putting in like wood crossed, all the way, then putting ply on it, putting some insulation in it, doing the same to this side of the workshop, from there down through here. Putting a door there and a door there. Maybe a window, because there's a window here already. Insulating it, and then insulating the wall that's behind the computer, putting insulation stuff on it. Putting 2 heaters in here that are actually like electric heaters that mount to the wall that are plumbed into the mains. So you have 2 electric heaters, turn those on, warm it up, and where the workshop door is, essentially put like a partition just before where the tractor is, just in front of the tractor, so it makes it a box essentially. And that's what I wanted. And then I have tractor on the outside and everything on the outside, and then whatever, make a little cupboard in here essentially. But it would just take up so much room, and it wouldn't work because where we've got the lights and the beams and stuff, it just doesn't work. It does suck having to modify inside the building and everything, so that's why we haven't. It's not gonna happen. But instead, I can basically only go from like April, maybe March, but April, May, June, July, August, September maybe. streaming wise than October, November, December. I can't. But not only with October, November, December, not only is it just fucking cold and I can't stream because it's too cold. Not only that, it's also because I'm working. I work very late nights. I do something called gritting. For those of you who aren't in the UK, hey, cool. For those of you who aren't in the UK, gritting is putting salt on the road. I know you guys do it in the US, but I don't know what you guys call it in the US. But we put salt on the roads to melt the snow, melt the ice, and keep it from freezing, essentially. It doesn't actually melt it, it just prevents it from freezing. It's a common misconception that people are like, oh, it melts the snow, melts the ice. It doesn't, it just prevents it from freezing. But yeah, it's just something I do now, and now I've got my HGV, which is heavy goods, which is a lorry license. We call it salting or sanding. You use sand? Crazy, I didn't know you guys used sand. Oh, that looks so good! Didn't it work first time? Love that. Right. So, sponge. That's dried a little bit. I'm going to use the other side. Sand for traction in conditions of icy. That's fair. We sometimes use something called... Is it slurry or liquor? I forgot what they call it. It's basically water mixed with a bit of salt solution, and they spray it on the roads rather than putting just down salt. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, let's get this done. Let's change camera. I kind of like the effect I'm getting, but I am going to go a little bit more solid with it. I'm going to get the bit that says horror a bit heavier, and then I'm going to go around the mask a little bit more, just to get it a bit whiter, so it looks a bit cooler. Yeah, that's so cool. Right, so that's cool. Now, get a touch of the red. Yeah, that's right. Get a touch of the red and put a bit of the red on the side of the mask and down on the horror bit. I was planning that from the start, and I was like, fuck yeah, that's going to be so cool. Okay, sorry, I shouldn't have gotten that excited about that, but I did. Right, get the white, put the white wig, get the black. Actually, I'm going to need my little brush again, so I'm going to grab the slightly bigger, but still very, very small brush. And the Southwest, they use a crushed volcanic rock. The dark color melts the ice and the rocks grit. No way! That's quite cool. I did not know that. That's genuinely something I didn't know. That's quite sick. God, I tell you what, America has some good ideas when it comes to things like that. I've also seen how Americans re-tarmac roads. Do you call it tarmac? I know people say asphalt and whatever, but do you guys also call it tarmac? Sorry for randomly asking. That's a weird question, I know, but as somebody who's been gritting last season and is going to be doing it this season, and from what we've been sort of looking at, it's going to get way worse for this season rather than last season. It's going to be quite terrifying because I'm not looking forward to how asphalt usually. Fair enough. So tarmac makes me think of airport runways. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Tarmac is what they put on airport runways, but they also put it on roads in the UK because it's what we use. Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I am over the fucking moon with that one. I'm over the moon with all of them, don't get me wrong. Got blood on it. It says horror. Got some blood on it. And I've just painted the eyes and the mouth bit black. Steph, baby, I hope you like them. I am so hungry. I'll grab the other one as well. Grab the other one. Do you guys just a me cam just to show you? They're very cool. That one's a bit darker because sorry, that one's a bit darker, sorry. But yeah. There you go, the light shows better there. But yeah, I'm over the moon with them. These are what I make for my girlfriend. Things like this. I love making things like this. Nice. But anyway. Right. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go back to just solo cam. Thank you so much for being here. There's 44 hours left on this. It's probably not going to happen. It's fine. I'll do another one. I'll sort something else out at some point. But we have different grades of asphalt, higher amounts of rock filler. We have 6 mil, 8 mil, 10 mil. I think it's the size of the rocks in it. We tend to use 6 mil for like smaller holes, 10 mil for like trunk roads and stuff like that. So very lucky indeed. Very lucky. Ah. I am done for the night. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you, baby, for being in the group chat. Thank you for being in the chat. I really appreciate it. It's getting me all flustered. Being in the chat getting me all flustered. Thank you to those of you who donated. Thank you so much. I really genuinely appreciate it. Massive shout out to Flash Gordon. You're an absolute legend. And obviously, Duca Does. You're a legend as well. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to pack up here for the night now. Head back to the house to see my girlfriend and my beautiful little kittens. But from me, Iron Warrior Cosplay, thank you again so much for being here. I shall see you all again on the next stream. Bye for now.